Welcome, Scorpio and Scorpio cross watchers, to your mini weekly love read. So we're going to get a card for you, card for your person, and one for the situation between you guys. So we have the Magician for you. We have the Six of Pentacles for your person. Hold on for a second here. Okay. Hope you guys have had a wonderful weekend, by the way. The situation between Scorpio and their person. Two of Wands. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So Scorpio, the first thing that I was getting is actually that I feel like you have been putting almost this like superhuman effort into something. And I feel like it's almost like seems to be like it was a labor of love. Like it's something that you were really passionate about, but I feel like you had to put so much into it that I feel like even you may not have realized how burnt out you are, I want to say. And I'm not saying that to make you feel that way. It just feels like you may not realize how burnt out you are until you kind of stop and sit down and rest for a second. And it's that energy of like, you were feeling great and then you sat down and now your legs feel like they weigh, that they're made of steel or something. Like they just feel heavy. It's that kind of an energy. And I feel like you are extraordinarily proud of what you've done, because I feel like you know that what you've done, even if it's been done before, it's never been done the way you did it, if it has been done before, right? And I feel like here's your person over here. And I almost want to say, like, I feel like there's someone here that you either you were trying to impress them or you expected this person to appreciate the effort that you've put in, that would kind of match the effort that you've put in, right? It's like if you put a lot of effort in, then that person would be really appreciative. And I feel like they're not. I feel like it's almost like they're too busy taking what you've given to them or what you're giving to them and then turning around and giving that to other people. This might sound like a bit of a rant, but bear with me. I feel like this person, they may act like they appreciate what you do. And to a certain extent, I feel like there may be times where they give you credit, but it actually feels like what they're doing when they do that is coming from a hateful place. It feels like it's coming from a place of, it's almost like they know that externally what they're doing could be interpreted as being done for you, but actually their intent here is to undermine you. It's almost like to make a fool of you in the long run. And I feel like the only reason, because something like that would not normally be like slide by or slip by undetected by a water sign, especially a Scorpio. And I feel like the only reason that that's happened is because it's like you aren't just running on fumes. Like you were running on fumes, way back there. It's almost like no one really knows how you're still running at this point. And I feel like that may be, it may be one of the only reasons that this has kind of slipped by you. And I feel like the other thing too is actually because this person's actions could be interpreted as for you, not against you. I feel like they may have been able to, and it does feel like they are doing something good with it. It just feels like you really start to see pretty clearly that you're not getting, like what you're putting into the situation with this person is not what's coming back to you. You are not getting a matched effort in this situation. And I feel like it doesn't actually come from insight with this, in this dynamic. It's almost like you might see like a couple of people out and they seem to get into some sort of argument, and it's like there's something about the interaction between those two. It could even be an argument between like I'm seeing a cashier and a customer in a clothing store, and it's like um, the customer's coming at this person, and I feel like the cashier is not in the mood. And um, it just feels like there's something kind of explosive and loud, like an argument that you are there to kind of witness. And I feel like in that, it's almost like the more you think about it, the more parallels you're able to draw between that specific occurrence and the dynamic between you and this person. And I feel like it leaves you in a position where you feel like you have a choice to make. I do feel that there's someone else here. It does feel like there's a third party, but wait, it's not that kind of a third party. Um, I feel like this person, it's almost like, I feel like one of the biggest reasons that they're not engaging in a third party or like having someone on the side or whatever, it's actually because they feel they wouldn't be able to play the game they're playing with you for as long. Like that's how deep the hateful kind of energy goes. So I feel like there's somebody else here that I feel like they seem to have built something similar to you. And I feel like they would appreciate what you're doing because they've built something similar for themselves. But I feel like both of you seem to be in an energy where you are actively trying to kind of get some sort of something that doesn't even make sense. I feel like we've gone over you with this person, right? Because you've put all this effort in. I feel like you're this other third person here. It seems to be that they are whatever it is that they've built. It's almost like they're trying to sell magic beans without having grown the beanstalk yet, if that makes sense. And it doesn't feel like it actually is magic beans. It feels like there is real potential in what they're trying to kind of advocate for. But I feel like what it's like it's not developed enough that there's any value in it yet. Doesn't mean there isn't value in it, but that there isn't. It's like, for example, if they're kind of looking around for a contract for an idea that they have, well, that idea hasn't generated, like it hasn't been brought into the real tangible world yet. Or if it has, it's not big enough that they would be able to like find people to invest in it. It's that kind of an energy. I do feel like this person seems to have a very determined and persistent energy. It's like, even if other people don't invest in this idea, they're going to make it work one way or another, right? It just feels like neither of you is getting the recognition that you deserve in whatever capacity. And I feel like you actually seem to be the person that sees that similarity between the two of you before they see it. I do feel that you see that this other person is taking advantage of you 100%. And I feel like you may confide in this other person about what's going on. And it's almost like you two seem to really be on the same page about a lot of things. And it feels like there's like similar shared life experience. You know what I mean? It just feels like the energy of two people that really understand each other. I'm hearing like almost on like a cellular level, the two of you understand each other. It's like that. It may be romantic. It doesn't feel like it starts that way. And for some of you, it may not be romantic. Okay. But it does feel like the two of you are, it's almost that energy of being with somebody that like you can tell them the situation that's happening, but because they understand you on a different kind of level, it's like you don't have to get into all the nitty gritty details of how you feel about it because they just get it. So I think I'll leave it there. If this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful and brought you some clarity. I am working on the April 2023 monthly love reads, so those should be out this Thursday. And then, of course, the mini love reads next week. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your weekend, and we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.